Pilipinas, rise and shine. Buko ng pag-asa sa bawat hakbang. Hawak kita sa aking kamay.
Ngayon, sisimulan na natin ang exciting part na bookkeeping. Ang bookkeeping sa accounting ay tinatawag na double entry bookkeeping. Gaya ng accounting equation na may left side at right side, ang bookkeeping ay may left side at right side sa journal. The value placed on the right must also be the value placed on the left. The value placed on the right will be for the correct account or bucket, and the value placed on the left must be for the correct account or bucket. Naalala mo ang equation natin na assets equals liabilities plus equities. Naalala mo rin ang concept ng buckets or accounts sa day 1. Bookkeeping is recording transactions in your business against the correct account so that the accounting equation will hold true. For the next 3 days of basic bookkeeping, isasantabi muna natin ang accounting equation. My goal for the next 3 days is to help you feel comfortable with basic bookkeeping. There are 3 things to note on journal entries. Number 1, pupunta ba to sa right side or left side? Number 2, how much? And number 3, under which account? Simulan natin sa financing activity. For this transaction, infuse own money worth 10,000 to business. Papaano mo ito ilalagay sa iyong journal entry? The way to know whether pupunta sa right or left side is to ask what is the source. The source will always be on the right side. The source is owner's equity. Source is 10,000 pesos. So the account will be on the right side under owner's equity. What is the destination? The destination is the cash asset, and this will be on the left side. For our number 2 transaction, magawin naman tayo sa operating activity na purchasing activity. The transaction is bought 5,000 worth of inventory. In this transaction, the right question to ask is what asset you are parting away with, and that should go on the right side. The asset that we are parting away with is cash, diba? It will be on the right side, worth 5,000. And what asset are we getting in return? Inventory. Inventory will be on the left side for the same amount of 5,000. Tingnan naman natin ang operating activity na selling activity. Let's say that you have sold goods on cash for 3,000 and the cost is 2,000. Because you are parting away with the inventory, so the source is inventory on the right side, 2,000. But what should be paired with inventory to be placed on the left side with the same amount of 2,000? Enter cost of goods sold. Since use up na ang asset na ito at wala na itong future economic benefit, ito ngayon ay isa ng expense, which is cost of goods sold. Now, that's the first entry into this transaction. There's another entry. What is the source of this 3,000 cash that we are getting? The source is the revenue account called sales revenue. A revenue that comes out of selling a product. Sa ibang business, mayroon silang service revenue. A revenue that comes out of a service that they offer. Alam ko na medyo nakakalito ito. Bakit biglang nagkaroon ng expense gayong nagbenta ka naman? At nang bumili ka ng inventaryo sa transaction number 2, bakit walang na-record na expense? Magaganda ang mga katanungan na ito. Nakaugalian na natin sa paghawak ng sariling pera na kapag may lumalabas na pera, ito ay kaagad-agad na expense. Ito ay dahil sanay tayo sa cash-based accounting. Sa cash-based accounting, ang income at expense ay nire-record lamang kapag ang pera ay aktwal na pumasok o lumabas sa business. Sa kabilang banda, mayroon ding tinatawag na accrual-based accounting na mas ginagamit dahil sa mas accurate ang overall picture ng business dito. Ang accrual-based accounting ay nire-record ang kita at gastos sa oras na sila ay na-incur o naganap. Bigyan natin ng kahulugan ng expense sa mas madaling paraan dito. Kapag ang isang bagay na iyong pinagkagastusan ay hindi na mapapakinabangan ng iyong negosyo sa future, ito ay isa ng expense. Halimbawa, nag-bill sa business mo si Meralco at nagbayad ka ng kuryente, hindi mo na mapapakinabangan ng kuryenteng gamit mo na noong nakaraang buwan. Noong pinasahod mo si Inday, isa rin niyang expense dahil ang gastos ay para sa itinrabaho ni Inday noong nakalipas na 15 or 30 days. Tingnan natin ang mga iba pang pinagkakagastusan na hindi itinuturing na expense. Bukod sa inventaryo, mayroon ding mga equipment gaya ng cash register. Mayroon ding business insurance. Dahil may pakinabang pa ito, hindi mo na ito i-expense. Paano kung naluma na o nag-expire na? Magandang katanungan yan. May mga paraan para dyan pero hindi muna natin i-cover yan. Balik tayo sa inventaryo. Ang inventaryo na naibenta ay may katambal na expense sa bookkeeping under the account cost of goods sold. Importante ang words na goods sold dahil sa punto ng pagkabenta ng mga goods na yan ay doon pa lang siya i-expense. Kung sa simula ay mayroon kang binili na 10,000 worth of inventory, at sa August 2 ay naibenta mo ang worth 1,000 sa mga iyon, papasok ang 1,000 sa cost of goods sold o COGS. Ganon din ang mangyayari sa mga benta sa mga susunod na araw. Pagkatapos ng August 8, 4,000 na lang ang natira sa inventaryo mo. Ngunit hindi nangangahulugan na 6,000 din ang income o benta mo. Dahil may markup ka para may kita ka sa negosyo. Kung may markup na 10%, ang revenue mo kada araw ay may dagdag na 10% sa original na presyo o cost of goods sold. Ang mga revenue na ito ay may katambal na cash sa bookkeeping. Ganyan ang nangyayari sa bookkeeping tuwing ikaw ay nagbebenta ng merchandise mo. So we're seeing 2 journal entries for this transaction. 2 more transactions to look at. Number 4, bought 5,000 worth of inventory on credit. We are getting inventory, which is a form of asset, without parting with cash. Yes, it's inventory worth 5,000 and this should go to the left side. But what is the source? Since you are not paying in cash, you're incurring a liability. Ang tawag sa account na ito ay accounts payable and this should go to the right side. Next transaction, sold goods on credit for 3,000, cost is 2,000. This is similar to transaction number 3. The only difference is that you are not receiving cash. There has to be another account that will tell you an asset that could turn into cash in the future. Ang tawag sa asset na ito ay accounts receivable and this should go to the left side. The source again is sales revenue. So still the same as number 3 where there are 2 journal entries. That completes all the examples we have for bookkeeping for today. Sa mga halimbawang transactions na nakita mo, merong account under asset, under equities, under liabilities, under expense at revenue. Alam mo na from the previous video ang assets at equities. Ano naman ang liabilities? Nakita natin ang halimbawa sa day 1 na loans under liabilities. Liabilities ang mga bagay na kailangan mong bayaran. Kasama dito ang mga utang mo sa suppliers gaya ng nakita natin sa transaction number 4. Ano naman ang expense? Dito mo inilalagay lahat ng ginagastos mo na kung saan wala ka nang aasahan na economic benefit tulad halimbawa ng transaction number 3. Pero kung may inaasahan kang future economic benefit sa isang gastos, hindi ito dapat expense, kagaya ng halimbawa sa transaction number 2. Ano naman ang revenue? Ito ang lahat ng kita mo mula sa mga benta o serbisyo ng business mo. Nakita natin ang halimbawa nito sa transaction number 3 at number 5. Tandaan sa accounting, hindi lang assets, liabilities at equities ang categories ng mga accounts. Mayroon ding expense at revenue categories. This will make sense later when we deal with financial statements. But for now, bookkeeping muna. Until now, I still have not used the word debit or credit, diba? May mga pre-built notions kasi tayo sa mga salitang yan. Malamang iniisip mo kapag debit minus, kapag credit plus. Ngunit wala yung katotohanan sa bookkeeping. Ang debit at credit are words that are used to show the double side to bookkeeping. Ang nasa right side ay credit, ang nasa left side ay debit. Ganun lang kasimple. Now that you know the basics of bookkeeping, it is now your turn to practice. Here are the first 10 days of a merchandising business that you have to turn into journal entries. You can download the Google Sheet link in the description box below para ma-record ang mga journal entries. Kung hindi naman, pwede mo ring isulat ito sa papel. Handa ka na ba? Let's go! Congratulations! Sa next video natin i-reveal ang mga tamang kasagutan. Muli, this is All My Pinas, one finance concept at a time.